This is a commentary of a 2v2 where me and Meat Shield are playing Zerg and Terran versus Protoss and Zerg. So effectively we've been trying to perfect a strategy of both of us going for econ builds, but for both of us to get our second command center and second hatchery early, the most important thing is that we know what's coming at us. We scout quite a bit. This is because if there's an early push that's going to hit us, Meat Shield as Zerg needs to be able to drop all of his drone production and immediately produce some units, and I need to, if I can, cancel my command center if it's early enough, or otherwise build some bunkers, reinforcing structures, and get Marines out, build a couple more barracks, basically just hold off the push as much as possible. So on the other end we have Dismal taking his second hatch and one gas, so it looks like he's probably either going econ or probably speedling. It actually could be roaches as well. And the Protoss is getting double gas with one gate. Actually, we're not really quite sure what they're doing yet. So here's my second CC. I should be cranking out Marines, but I'm not. There we go. Got my orbital down. I see. I've been dealing with this little bit of harassment here. So basically the other guy put his extractor here, keeping it alive and allowing preventing my Marines from killing his drone, allowing him to get more vision. So because of that, I'm going triple racks after my CC. Dismal's taken some good map control here. And it looks like got some air toss going, got some void rays coming out. So we are, generally speaking, producing a decent amount of units, but we're also both getting our econ up. So it's still a little bit early. Okay, all four of us are going econ build, so this is really good actually for us. The reason it's good for us is in previous games, Meat Shield and I have done a strategy where one of us does an econ build and the other does some early attack or early base defense, one or the other. And if that early attack fails, doesn't do enough damage, or if that early base defense is unnecessary because the other team's doing two econ builds, we're in bad shape because only one of us can produce at the same level. So if we look at right now, I'm at 26, Zerg's at 27, the other two are at 20 and 34. So it's roughly about even if you look at both teams worker-wise. And then Wix, aka Meat Shield, just jumped up to 40. So, you know, it's about even. Otherwise, I'd be much lower. I wouldn't have my two mules. I mean, the key here is not so much my number of harvesters yet, but it's that I can double mule. So right now, you're going to see there's a little bit of a fight going on here, but not much. Wix is just harassing. You're going to look at my econ go way up. It should be going way up. Why is it not going way up? Oh, I am building a ton of stuff. Look at this. Okay, that's why. I'm building 6 buildings with all my guys. So, basically, I just produced 3 engineering bays. Oops, that was supposed to be 2. And got all my tech labs and reactors. And then this reactor is going to be for a starport, which will be on its way. 3 in gas, 3 in gas. And there's a turret, just in case there's some air shenanigans. Double turret. I think we have an idea that they're going air. Let's take a quick look. Nope. Just a hunch. Since we haven't seen any forces coming out. It's a pretty good bet. So, they still got the watchtower, so they've got good map control. Got a bunch of void rays coming in. What are we working on here? Basically +1/+1, combat shield, stim, basically a lot of goodies. Here come a bunch of void rays. Bunker down below, bunker above. SCVs and mules. And here comes an attack. So we've got Wix has got one, Meat Shield's got one spore, which is going to go down immediately, and we need to react basically. So he's going for the macro hatch. Here come the queens to defend. Here come the marines. And let's see how many we can get with stim. 3 down. Not bad. We know that that was a huge portion of the Protoss's force. So we are going to counterattack with everything. Alright. Here we go. Now it's we got basically Zerglings and Banelings that are gonna come, and a bunch of Marines. And the reason we're winning here is that alone each of our forces would probably have a tough time dealing with this with Dismal's forces. But it's not 1-on-2. It's not 1-on-1. It's 2-on-1 because the Void Rays, which I killed most of, was a majority of the Protoss's army. Look at his army right now. He's only got 1,000. His units, 6 more Void Rays. So where are they? There they are. But what eats up Void Rays? Stim Marines. So I'm just going to go in and pick these off one at a time. And more Marines streaming in. Going to wipe out the front of base. More Zerglings streaming in. But there's a tough choke, so it's going to be hard for him to hit me. Wix is taking some damage over here. So I'm going to start to divert some of my Marines to deal with that. Base is actually in decent shape considering the amount of damage ring this is. I slowed down my attack here because I started to focus on dealing with this up here, which I'm actually a little slow at. Here they come, only a couple at a time, which is not enough, but here come the rest. So he did get Wix tech structure. That was my bad. I don't know what I was dealing with at that point. I want to take a look and see what I was dealing with, because the minute these started attacking, I really should have gotten on that. I mean, Wix could have too, but fundamentally, we really want to protect each other, and my Marines are fairly mobile. So, okay. So, okay, I'm not dealing with it yet. Building supply depots because I'm supply blocked. Okay, dropping. Attacking. So, that first... Okay, there's the second group of Void Rays. So I microed there. And I should have just A-moved into the base. And protected. So I didn't know this was going on. That's the problem. I didn't take note of that. But I did have my Medivacs coming. Marauders. Actually, no Marauders, just Marines. So now it's a question of what we can do here. So now Wix is harassing, preventing them from mining, really clutch. Get the mining tab low. Wix did lose a base, so actually his mining tab's pretty low too. Here come the Void Rays, and Wix does a great job of killing those Banes before they can do any more damage. Alright, next group of attack force coming in. On the production tab, I've got 7 Marines at a time, and I got a tech lab coming down so I can build some tanks, more medevacs. So basically now Wix and I are coming in with what's going to be a Hydra Ling Marine medevac force. On the income tab, Dismal is still doing really well. He's producing like a boss, but I am as well. So I'm matching him, and the reason is not my number of drones, it's because of those orbitals. So those early orbitals saving up energy and producing a bunch of mules. So here we go, coming on in, using a big group of force, and stim. Looks like I'm not overstimming, which is good. That used to be a problem. And we go in, we kill the hatch, scooch over, take out all those drones, and here we go. Picking off one at a time each of those. Let's take another quick look at that. Picking off one at a time each of those. Yep, there they go. Here's a bunch of Banes. I do a quick split. Lose a bunch of those Hydras of Wixes, but that's everything. Everybody's forces are all gone with the exception of those Voids and those Marines, and my Marines and Medivacs beat those Voids. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to finish off this Zerg, who's the stronger opponent. We didn't really know, there was a lot going on, so it's hard to tell, but fundamentally it is a fact that this Zerg was a stronger opponent. So okay, now I need to focus those Voids. And he's got some good Lings coming in, so it's actually a good double prong harass with the Lings and the Voids. But I'm able to clean it all up with my +1/+1 Marines and some Medivacs. So I wasn't able to kill the bases, but I was able to do some massive damage. That guy was up in the 80 range. His workers lost. He lost like 50 workers, 40 workers, just an incredible amount. And on the production tab, looks like I'm not producing much at the moment. Looks like I'm making 3 more barracks. And here come the rest of the Marines. And then Wix comes in with a bunch of Banelings. So that's what, since I went in and did all that, that's what Wix has been up to, creating a bunch of Zerglings and a bunch of Banelings. I'm going to finish off those Void Rays. And pretty even trade actually, up except the hatch went down, which is great. And this hatch is at 155, so these hatches are in bad shape. This one's bruised really badly. It's going to go away pretty quick. So this Void Ray runs back, which is really a bad idea, because when I saw them go over there, it made me think, well, what's over there? And I probably knew, but you know, there's so much going on, sometimes you're not focused. But the minute I see them, take out the Voids, and then just go kill everything. So now the Protoss is down to 18 workers, the Zerg is down to 30 workers. Wix took some damage, he's down to 26, but I'm in the 50 range, so I didn't take too many hits. And try to do a little bit of splitting here, and then pick up the last group of guys, and then drop them down again. Okay, some more Voids, which now he's got enough. It's a good force, except I believe there are some reinforcements coming, and I now have more barracks. 7 barracks. Oh, we just saw it. GG. Where are the rest of my? There are the rest of my barracks. And I missed this, which is another Ling Bane push, and Dismal sees that and knows his game is over because this hatchery is about to die. And what's really good against Bane Ling is anything air. What's really bad against anything air is Stim Marine with Medivac support. And I've got +2/+2 on the way, you can see up in the production tab, which will actually make them significantly stronger. These guys are +1/+1, so we're at even upgrades, but I'm about to take the upgrade advantage. And he's getting +1 armor, which is actually pretty good, but I'm going to get there first, and I'm going to have attack and armor. One more force, so Wix's Zerglings are going in and cleaning up all these little drones, which are doing nothing because that player's left the game. And one last push. Let's focus down these Voids. And that's pretty much been GG for a little while now, but that is a nail in the coffin. This was a test of